In this video, we're gonna talk about top 10 things to know about Luka Doncic. But before we continue, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for further updates. Luka Doncic is one of the most talented young players making their mark in the NBA. In just his second year in the league, he had averages of 28.8 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 8.8 assists, making him one of the most impressive young players breaking through. Alongside his talented teammates, Spencer Dinwiddie, Luka, the winner of the MVP award in the Euro League, is projected to lead the Dallas Mavericks for many years to come. Nevertheless, in spite of the Luka's widespread notoriety, there are a few informational tidbits about the Slovenian sharpshooter that have flown under the radar. In this video, we will take a look at the 10 facts about the Luka Doncic that you most likely were not aware of. Luka has already established himself as one of the greatest Mavericks of all time in just his 4th year playing for the team. And he has accomplished things that other players can only dream of doing. Here are 10 facts about him that every Mavericks fan absolutely needs to be aware of. Number 10. Highest playoff points per game average in the history of the competition. Although you should take this fact with a grain of salt, it is, to some extent, accurate. Through 13 postseason games, Luka Doncic has the highest points per game average in the history of the playoffs. He's averaging 33.5 points per game, which is better than Michael Jordan's record average of 33.4 points through 179 contests. This number will undoubtedly go through a range of changes, but the direction in which it tends to move can only be determined by time. Number 9. One of only 2 players in NBA history to have recorded a 40-point triple-double before the age of 21. As was mentioned earlier, Luka has already accomplished things that other players can only hope to accomplish it in the course of their careers. In this regard, he is comparable to no one other than the king himself, LeBron James. Luka Doncic made a splash in his playoff debut against the Los Angeles Clippers by scoring 42 points. This performance drew the attention of the NBA. This performance broke the long-standing record of 38 points set by John Williams in 1979 while he was playing for Brooklyn Nets. Number 8. 10th place all-time in triple-doubles recorded. This is without a doubt the most impressive accomplishment not only on this list, but also of Luka's young career to date. The Wonder Boy currently sits in 10th place with 45 triple-doubles, trailing only Larry Bird, who has 59 over his career. To put things in perspective, it took Bird 13 years to accumulate all of those hits. Luka Doncic has only been active for 4 seasons, so he has not yet reached the peak of his physical ability. Only the 4th player in NBA history to ever record a triple-double, at least 30 points and 20 assists. It's a strange twist of fate that this monstrous triple-double was achieved against the Washington Wizards, who at the time were led by Russell Westbrook as the franchise with the most triple-doubles in NBA history. Luka joined the likes of Magic Johnson and Oscar Robertson as one of the 4 players to put up this stat line. Westbrook was the other. Number 7. The Maverick with the fastest time to reach 5,000 points wins. The fact that Luka has accomplished this should not come as a shock to anyone, because his scoring has been through the roof ever since he began his career. Since he joined the league, he has accomplished this feat more quickly than any other player currently in the league. He finished his first season with a scoring average of 21.1 points per game, which was higher than LeBron James' mark of 20.9 points per game. In his second year as a professional player, he scored 28.8 points per game, which allowed him to surpass Dirk Nowitzki's previous career high of 26.6 points per game in a season. It took him 3 years and 197 games to reach 5,000 points for his career, which is 3 games shy than it did for LeBron James, that is 194, to reach the same milestone. Number 6. The most games in Mavericks history with 45 points scored. The vast majority of the people would guess that Dirk holds this record. and he did until Luka changed that earlier this season. In comparison to Nowitzki, who has 3, he has 4, and he is tied with Mark Aguirre for the most in the history of franchise. Number 5. The youngest player in NBA history to score the game-winning basket in a playoff game. After the initial spread of the COVID-19 virus, the NBA resumed its season late in the year 2020 at the bubble in Orlando. This occurred after the virus had been contained. To put things plainly, this is where Luka made the bubble his own personal playground, which was the moment that he brought the league's attention to the situation. One of the best performances of his young career and in the history of the NBA playoffs, his 43-13-17 state line and game-winning three-pointer in the Game 4 was one of the highlights of the game. Of the top 10 scoring performances he has had, 7 of them have come against the Clippers. Over the course of the past 3 seasons, Luka Doncic has been a nightmare for the Los Angeles Clippers, and it would appear that they have not yet found a way to stop him. Against them, he has compiled the following point totals: 51, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, and 42, with 4 of those points coming in the postseason. In his career against the Clippers, he has scored an average of 31.4 points per game while shooting 47.5% from the field. Number 4. Only the 4th player in NBA history to have multiple games with a score of 45, 5, 15 or better during the same month. Even though it's not the most conventional state line to demonstrate Luka's greatness, the fact that it does so is a testament to his conventional playoff style and abilities. As the only guard, he became the 4th player in the league history to accomplish this feat, joining the ranks of Elgin Baylor, Walt Bellamy, and Wilt Chamberlain, 3 of the most prolific rebounders in the league. Chamberlain was responsible for the very last instance of this statistical line being recorded, which took place in 1966. Number 3. Inclusivity on the first team of All-NBA. Even though several other Mavericks should be on this list as well, including Mark Aguirre during the time when he scored 30 points per game on an average, the statement is still accurate. Only 2 players in the history of the franchise have ever been selected to an All-NBA first team. Those players are Luka Doncic and Dirk Nowitzki. Currently, Luka has been selected twice, falling short of Nowitzki's franchise record of 3 selections. Number 2. His performance under pressure has gotten better with each passing year. A great deal of attention has been paid to Luka Doncic and his capacity to lead his team to victory in crucial moments late in games. Since he first entered the league, his effective field goal percentage when the game was on the line has continued to rise each year. In this particular category, he currently has a shooting percentage of 58.2%, which is one of the highest marks in the league. The Atlanta Hawks were the team that selected him in the draft. The majority of the Dallas faithful are familiar with Luka's remarkable journey on the draft night. The Mavericks, who had the 5th overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft, were concerned that he would be chosen before they were able to make their selection. As a direct consequence of this, the Mavericks made a bold move by essentially dealing the Slovenian for Trae Young, who they had selected with the 5th overall pick, as well as their selection for the 2019 draft. Number 1. His father was a professional basketball player in his day, and his mother had a career as a dancer, model, and athlete in the past. The roots of the Luka's basketball career can be traced back to his father, Sasa Doncic, a professional basketball player who previously competed in the EuroLeague. He has 17 years of experience as a player and has the same height as Luka. He's currently the coach of Injor, who compete in the Slovenian league. The fact that both of the Luka's parents were well-known figures in Slovenia makes it simple to comprehend how he has managed to maintain his modesty despite his meteoric rise to superstardom. His mother, Miriam Potterbean, competed professionally as a hurdler and dancer, and she currently owns and operates a beauty shop in Slovenia. As a child, it's obvious that Luka was held to a very high standard of achievement. At the very least, it's reasonable to assume that he has attained those standards. Which of the facts shocked you the most? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go. Thank you.